$1. Um, let me check my phone now. You're good. Oh, is that the issue? My bad. I didn't know that. I love this banner at the top of Streamlabs that's like celebrate season with major savings. Students and educators don't miss out on saving 50% on Ultra within a .edu email address and code STUDENT in capital letters. And then friends and family save 26% with code GRADUATE in all capital letters. Now through May 28th, 2026. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you pull that up.
Oh God, let me go to the other thing to make this work better.
Mm, I'll have to fight with this as well. Because
Sorry,
God forbid
sorry.
this. That's not you. That's. Uh, that is not what I wanted either.
Yes, it is.
Uh,
You know it is.
ah, I love how it.
It's scuff.
Yeah. What's new?
Yeah, it's us.
Okay. We'll make it work. Oh God, that alignment is so fucking off. It's not even funny. Can I fix it? No, not really. Because God forbid that fucking work. No. Okay. Cool. That's fine.
So
Fucking.
I'm just gonna. They can't take a joke. But it's real. It's a real bag, and it's real nice. You should buy one yourself. But realistically, it can hold a book with some stupid things. I don't have a wallet in here, but like the size of a wallet. Ignore that it's a giant tea bag. I'm obsessed with tea. But it can hold a water bottle. That's, you know, absolutely the same size as said bag, but, upwards or downwards. This was so much nicer before the stream. I wasn't having all these handle issues. But yeah, it's real. It's real. I did tell Joy though, because on the tag, you can't see what we are. It just says GR and the P is very faint. So, yes. But yes, look, look at it. Look at it. We did that on stream.
It's
Yes.
actually a really nice print quality though.
Yeah. Again, like I genuinely like this bag cuz like it's a little raised on there too, so like
Yeah.
you can't like throw it across the ground and not see scuffs on it, but like it's durable. You could probably pull a Bobby from King of the Hill being like, "That's my purse. I don't know you," and like smack someone with it. You could put some rocks in here and beat your local Nazi, like I'll say it. I'll say it. But yeah, you should you should you should like this bag. I like it enough to maybe buy one yourself. Ooh. Ah. Shameless plug time. Over. Okay.
Oh, did you want to like show 'em what we didn't expect with it?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry. The one that I got excited about earlier.
Yeah, the one that you were like, by
Oh my
the
god,
way.
cool. It's gonna fall over. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. I'm weird, but our logo's printed on the bag that it sends you in. Because obviously it's like a nondescript bag where it's like your name, address, blah, blah, blah. But like, we're on that thing. Also, uh, it says on this packaging, made out of 100% recycled packaging. So, that's cool. We love that. But even on here, it's really hard to see your brand name a little bit, but it's there. It's there.
I think
Yes.
it's because that was meant to go on a black background.
Yes.
So,
I'm pretty sure that this wasn't like, yes, we knew what we were picking when we picked this one particularly, but
mhm.
because it is as faint as it is, I uh I don't think we were prepared. But yes. Look, it's us. Look at it. Look, it's us who you're watching. Okay, yeah. All right, show and tell's over now. Thank you.
Okay.
Puts the bag in the bag.
Oh man. You sure? So, yeah, that was our big thing. In May. Oh shit, yeah, that's right. Ah, don't even talk to me about it. I had to climb over a fence today. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. It's because I haven't pulled up shit. I just move that over here. Move it. Okay. So, like our lovely title says, um, I know we promised to go outside, but then the weather decided to go no. And like I love how it's now not raining, even though it was raining like not even 10 seconds ago. And it just stopped. Like good old Nebraska. Oh, you dick. But you know it's gonna be humid as hell now outside. Because it's still like 90 degrees out. But yeah, I was looking at the weather. It was like, oh, yeah, it is 91 and here's the rain. Started out with a few droplets and then it was like quickly picking up steam. It was like, okay, never mind. We're not doing an IRL stream walking around downtown. And now it's like fucking an hour later and no more rain. I'm like, you dickwad. Well, it's been more. It's like an hour and a half. Yeah, so it is what it is. But with that said, we were just gonna kind of leave it up with random bullshit today, and kind of see where things led us. Mostly like I think we were kind of talking about updating pricing, um, general ideas on what stage costs were going to cost us, like as far as the actual stage structures themselves, and then um, like lighting and sound systems and stuff. I think is what we had kind of sort of decided as a last minute change up. And if people just wanted to jump in and ask questions about, hey, what about this part of the festival experience? Like, what is that going to cost? And we could just go Googling BS. Um, or if we wanted to, like, I don't know, pivot into something else, we can do that. We're kind of just open to whatever because this was not the original plan. And we're just running with it. So, okay. Where do we want to start? Stage platforms? Uh, Omaha, Nebraska. Honeyman now does staging? What the fuck? Honeyman does stages now? It's like itty bitty fucking stages, but they do stages. They're indoor stages because they're the carpeted. Oh, there's more thunder, so um, we're getting more rain. So that's that's funny. Um, okay, this is more like what we're expecting. Oh, they do dumpsters too. That's funny. Yeah. I don't blame you on that though. Okay, so they have a full weekend 3-day rental for Friday through Sunday for fucking $3,000 for I think it's this size. Uh, uh, I want to know more about what the actual size of them, these specs. Okay, its length is 25 foot by 10, no, 25 foot 10 inches by 7 foot 10 inches. So it's roughly a 25 by 8. Call it a 25 by 7. So Mhm. Yeah, it's essentially it gets pulled by a truck, like a fucking F-250 situation, which isn't bad. I mean, if you're like just starting out, this isn't a bad situation to start with. Okay, yeah. So the way it actually folds out and everything, the actual dimensions is a 19 by 16-foot stage. That's not horrible. No, but I mean, one of this is just to get started. So that's what that starts out with. You have 1 day rentals for 2,000. So that's Saturday plus Sunday. Monday through Fridays, daily weekdays are 1,500. Okay. And then they have travel fees for outside the standard Omaha Metro, which is based on distance from the pavilion, because that's where they're located. And it is 36 to 60 miles. Hmm? Yeah, this is not bad for if you're just getting started out with your stuff. Built-in roof structure. I guess the question would be, what is the okay capacity specs? Front truss is 825 pounds. It's like the total weight capacity that it can hold. Center truss is 825. Back truss is 825 to 2,000. I would probably go with that. 825 pounds. Um, Flybay, which is this portion right here, is 750. The roof is 4,800. Lifting limit is 2,000. I would get more information about that before we like commit to like um but it can handle up to 65 or 67 mile per hour winds, which is going to handle uh, most things. And one tech plus one volunteer handles it in at most 20 minutes for setup. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, it's not, I mean, if you're doing this for like your side stage, if you're a bigger festival, and this is just for like doing your um like your um discovering artists stage essentially, $1,000 for the stage alone. is not bad for per day on this 3 day. But like if you're doing it for one day out of the weekend for 2,000, it's not bad for a starting price. Um, Not comparatively to what we were seeing fucking 3 years ago, where something the size was going to run you like uh nearly 7,500. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Now they do theirs by uh estimate form, so it's very dependent on what you need and everything. Uh, so okay, that's fair. Is it just coming in that blurry? Or no, it's on a small ass 34 feet. 34 feet 8 inches. Yeah. Oh Jesus. Okay. Um. Yeah. Let me. How's this? Um. So their fees are stage rental fees. Stage only is $750 a day for small nonprofits. Um. But we're a corporate and government rate. Corporate rate. So ours would be $1,000 a day, which is essentially like that other one, but this one is not based on weekend or weekday. Um, so that's not bad either. But they have a stage delivery fee. The other one didn't say anything about. But they also have an audio equipment and stage lighting equipment rental fee, which the other one did not have. Um, which is $200 an hour based on show duration. Um, they have a stage and equipment setup teardown fee, which means that you don't have to figure that out yourself. It means that you're less likely to break their stage and everything too. Um, Low noise generator rental is $100 a day. Um, they also do general labor fees for live entertainment production services for like sound engineering and stagehand. Which is dope. So that's not a bad rate either. $50 an hour per person. Um, Not when we were saying no. Mm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm. So the stage is a 16 by 12, so it's a smaller stage. Which is boo, but that is what it is. What you could do is instead just go for their like sound engineering and stagehand services and like or other things like it would definitely be worthwhile in asking them about what their offers for stuff. Exactly like what can we. So that's cool. uh TNS Omaha, what do they have? Okay, well, this is fun. We're gonna just do this. They have lighting. This is for the full on lighting and video rigging. So this is the stuff that goes onto it. Yeah. Okay. Wonder why this stuff wasn't showing up the last time we looked at this stuff. Because I know these companies were around um, when we were looking at things. I don't think this has what we want. No. This is rent the venues. Well, that requires submitting an inquiry. I don't actually know. So you would have to get, you would, well, yeah. So here's the steel house. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah. Do they literally have people like dining on the fucking stage at the Orpheum? Yeah. So this is cool. Mm. Right. Give me a second. Yeah, that's all I've got is a portable 8x12 indoor outdoor stage. It's just a little itty bitty thing. Oh no, I feel like this is not right. Well, if we want bounce house. Did it? No. Okay. Yeah. If you're gonna buy your own stage, there's a lot more options. And then you just take it to wherever you're going, but then you have to have something to transport it, and that's like U-Haul. Pod. Hmm. I have questions. Okay, so this is, I think, you would use to extend the fucking original stage that you rented out. Well, yeah. But a 20 by 24, but it's got like no trusses or anything, and you're not saying anything about trussing. Large scale concert staging, which is all done by quote, which is what we ran into back in 2023. Was most of this was going to be done by quote. Um, there's the trusses system. Oh, again, there's this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they have video wall systems as well, which are always cool. I'm sorry, but they really are. Um, so, um, but most of this is all going to be behind some kind of quote because it's all done by like order. So, I don't I don't mind seeing get a quote because that's normal. And I understand why it is because each organization's needs are very different. So, so I'm not event security. Oh, they provide full on security for the ship. So this is for the crowd barrier systems, not the actual security system, or personnel. But still, if I can have all my security barriers provided at the same time that I'm getting my stages provided, and I only have to deal with one vendor for all of that, that's an improvement, to be honest. Because we were looking at having to go through like 20 different vendors for everything. And I was just like, yeah. So That's a solid step up for us. Mm, so it does mean that we don't have a pricing, but like at the same time you're like, well, of course we don't because we haven't. This is one that we had seen beforehand. These systems. And it's like we were like, what the fuck is this nonsense? Okay. Yeah, if you buy, yeah, it's like essentially if you buy all the things together. It's like, okay, so this is a, so this is when it's like a reseller essentially. It's like fucking ever ago. I think we weren't even born when that came out. Oh shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, they have a wheelchair lift for stages. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, yeah. Um, there's plenty of artists and that would legit benefit from either just a ramp at the bare minimum or a full-on lift. But like, yeah, they have a ramp, which is less likely to fail. to be honest. hmm Um, it also provides, say, another way to get equipment up. But my thing is like, oh, they are legitimately um fucking helpful as far as like um or more reliable as ramps than as the lifts. Not just because I see this getting like fucking broken, this lift mechanism so easily because someone's just careless in a way that we can't fix easily. A ramp is a little bit easier to fix, to be honest. I would still have the wheelchair lift just in case, but like I would rather have both and not need one of them um, than need something and not have it. So that's worth keeping in the back of our heads. Okay. Right. No, it's just yeah. Yeah. Um, so you have to have it ADA compliant. So ADA compliant is it is 12 inches of length for every 1 inch of rise. So if it goes up 1 inch, you have to have it pull out 12 inches. Uh, Typically 32 inches. Some are 4 foot. Um, it really does depend on the stage we're working with. Uh, okay, if you are working with a 4 foot, if you are working with a 4 foot stage, that's 48 inches of rise, which means that you um have to have 576 inches of length, um, which is 48 feet. So that's just to be compliant. Um, no, right, but every corner that you make, you have to have a full flat surface that is at least a 4 foot by 4 foot space. Typically, people try to make them a 6 foot by 6 foot space for turn radius and shit. Um, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. 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 Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. It's not that long, but yeah, it's a 60 foot, I think. Hydrate. You mean you drink all that water out of that 1 liter bottle? Yeah. Look at this. Visit site. Yeah. They're height adjustable to 24 inch, 32 inch, 40 inch, or 48 inch. So that's 2 foot, three, no, 2.5, 3.5. 48 is 4 foot. Yeah. I am 5'2". Yeah. Legitimately, if I'm. Oh, no. I'm more likely to stand up straight than if I'm in pain than if I'm not. Um, it, legitimately, it's just how my muscles tend to lock up on my spine. Mm. So, yeah, they have stage ramps. Yeah, they have 48-inch wide, which is a 4 foot wide, which is what you want for wheelchairs, particularly powered wheelchairs. Um, yeah, they have all kinds of ADA compliant. I appreciate these guys. We don't have to freaking figure it out. They've already got it. They've got a universal switchback ADA wheelchair ramp with landing for 48-inch high stages. Is it $27,000? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's something that we definitely want to be building from day one because I'm gonna be honest, if you build it from day one, into the plan, it's actually cheaper than if you're trying to bring it in after the fact. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, the upfront cost is heavier, but the end cost when you have to go back and put it back in is more expensive. Um, because it's like, oh, well, I didn't do this, so now someone sues over it and I've got a $1.5 million payout on it. Because I failed to ADA comply. On top of that, I also get the ADA violation fees from the federal government and the state. Um, because if it's not in compliance with the feds, it's most likely also not in compliance with the state minimums. Um, because state minimums are typically a lot stricter than federal minimums. Nebraska just keeps them at the federal minimums. Um, and that is legitimately because they just looked at it and was like, if we try to make this more restrictive, it will cause confusion and frustrations for everybody, including the um, the uh, the people that it's supposed to be helping, because it's easier to just go look up the federals, and then if you go to state and be like, we follow the federal guidelines, um, or regulations on this, then they're like, okay, cool. So I understand why Nebraska kept it to that. Um, it does seem like they're just being kind of lazy, and it's like, no, it was legitimately when they were making the decision whether or not to update further past the minimums, they were like, um, that will cause frustrations and like confusion that isn't needed or wanted, um, especially by the community that it's supposed to be serving. Um, so, and then there's this one. So I kind of like this one more. Yeah. hmm Also, it's one less thing that someone in a wheelchair has to navigate. Whereas this one, I see the point of it, but also like I also see where it could cause frustrations. Uh, oh, you're not getting both of them down, up and down at the same time because it's only 48 inches in width, and wheelchairs are, depending on if it's a powered wheelchair or a manual wheelchair. A manual wheelchair itself is typically 30 inches in width or wider, depending on the user, and a um, powered wheelchair is 40 inches typically. So, yeah, you're only getting one wheelchair uh, up and down the ramp at a single time. Um, it's just what is less likely to cause frustrations for the person in the wheelchair, um, if they're just having to make one corner instead of having to stop at the landing, turn the chair to go down the further next part. Um, I don't know. That would be something we ask a wheelchair user as to which one they would prefer before before because if they say they actually would prefer that switchback one, um, hmm and then obviously we need the ramp adapter, um, to make sure that it connects to whatever ramp we're needing to, or connect the ramp to any stage structure. Uh, yeah, so there's that. And then they have their trusses and everything, including doing custom stuff. So this again might be worth. And they have a full-on storage system that we can also get at the same time. So if we're gonna purchase a stage that we can just take to whatever event we're going to, um, yeah, it's the upfront cost is higher, but the end result is that we're not having to rent out a stage every time we want to do something. hmm I think our biggest thing is like we could do the rentals to start with and purchase the ramp first. And then we just with the universal adapter. And then as we get to a point where we can't afford to buy our own uh, stage, that's when we start like getting this stage. Because like we said, it's looking like it's gonna cost us $27,000 just for a ramp. And then you're going to have the actual um, stages themselves, and depending on how big of a stage you're doing, that's gonna get expensive real quick. But I'd rather have this weatherproofed system so it'll handle getting rained on a little bit better. So okay, so that's what it's looking like. But this system, it's a 40 by 40, but like those are quick lock systems, so you can redesign it to whatever you need. Um, So, hmm, yeah, yeah. So this at the adjustable height system, weatherproofed, is $98,500 on top of that ramp that we wanted. Um, so altogether it would run us roughly 125,500. Um, 125,500, and that's without trusses or anything else attached to it. For yeah, once you get into the trusses, you're dealing with mm, what? Oh yeah. Mhm. Mm. Yeah, I get what you're talking about. Okay, so this at like their biggest system for the custom build out, you're looking at 1620. What is it? I don't like this. Mm, okay. Um, so just those bits that we can get from them, we're looking at nearly $150,000. It's 142,000. So, I mean, that's 142 one-day shows for 48 3-day shows with that one small stage, essentially. It would be the same for like buying this and then rental versus the rental, but you're also looking at a significantly larger stage because we're talking about a 40 by 40 stage that also has a ramp. So, but I mean, when you're talking about like that's a whole ass, oh my god, square truss shaped packages. Get a heart, a star, circles, just star. So that's funny. So okay, that's kind of where we're at with that. Is like okay, stages are it for little itty bitty things when you're first starting out don't seem like a lot, but once you start getting into I'm needing something a little bit more aggressive or like more stately, I guess is the way to put it. Um, prices add up very quickly. And depending, yeah. But I mean, considering some of the artists we were looking at were like 2 million just to put your foot on the fucking into the doorstep to start negotiating. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, so essentially if you need 5 stagehands, um, and they're all getting paid $50 an hour, and they are working an 8-hour shift, that is $2,000 for one day, for one stage. Um, and then that's just your stagehands. That doesn't include your lighting. That doesn't include your sound. Those are just the guys pushing around all the equipment. So, um, correct. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's fun little things that we figure out as we go. Um, and we try to just find new um new vendors or even current vendors that are trying to keep costs down while obviously not like going bankrupt, because the last thing you need is your uh, suppliers going out of business. Um, but like when materials get expensive, then your equipment gets expensive, and then your shows get expensive because everybody's just trying to keep the lights on. So, um, now does that mean that not everybody is that there isn't someone price gouging somewhere? Yeah, absolutely. Like someone is somewhere. The question is where and for how much, and is is it acceptable to allow it for a small area or a in areas if it ensures that something comes along or something gets moving forward. Um, and that's a sacrifice or a conversation that you have to have as you're planning these. Um, where do we draw the line of allowing price manipulation versus um, morality and ethics? So, um, this is a good spot to kind of leave it. And no, I'm just, I mean, to be fair, but yeah, no, it's one of those things of like my allergies have just kicked my ass. I'm still like, yeah. Also, we unfortunately had to take more trees down because they were up near power lines. I hate the fact that we're having to take trees down. If it wasn't for the fact they were close to the power lines, we would have left them. But because they're close to power lines, they're like a massive safety hazard um, for anyone and everyone. Not to mention that give them a chance and they'll take out the fucking power to the street and everybody will be mad at us because they're in our yard. Um, so and I get to do more when the rain lets up because I guess this entire weekend we're supposed to have chances of rain. Mm-hmm. Crash day is on Tuesday. All right. We'll let this go.